Hello, everybody. Hopefully, you guys are doing well today. We're not even going to get into our normal intro that we typically would do. You guys should know who we are by now. And if not, then, I'll put everything up in the description down below. But we just wanted to talk to you guys real quick about some sad news that a lot of you guys may know by now, because this was trending all over Twitter yesterday. It was all over YouTube, all over IG. For those of us who, pretty much follow this gentleman or follow anybody who's associated with him. I mean, the news is out there, right? So when I got home from work Thursday evening, I found out that YouTuber Kevin Samuels has passed away. And, I hit Mike up and I was like, yo, did you hear about this? And he didn't really hear about it at all, but it's so sudden, man. It's so crazy how life works, man. We were just talking about this brother a couple episodes ago on our podcast, and we had no idea, of course, when his time was coming. We don't have any idea when our time is coming. But one thing is for certain in life, our time will eventually come. You know what I'm saying? We're not able to live forever. But the one thing I definitely wanted to say regarding this news is that just because this man is no longer among the living doesn't mean his message should go with him. One thing that we can both agree on with Kevin is, maybe two things. One, we don't always agree with everything that he said. We don't agree with every single thing that he said. But the thing that we do agree on is that he has helped a lot of people. And there's a reason why he's gained the following that he has gained. So with that being said, I just wanted to kind of talk a little bit about, first and foremost, making sure that you guys take care of yourselves as best as you possibly can. Now, we don't even know the cause of his untimely passing, but according to NBC News, his mom confirmed that he has passed away as of Friday morning, May 6th. And she had to find out through the internet. Like, nobody called her and told her what happened, but she found out because he was trending. And, I can only imagine what that's like for a parent, first of all, to lose your child. But second of all, to not only hear from somebody else, but to hear from the internet.
So, yeah, I mean, personally, I only knew the brother from, of course, YouTube and seeing his videos on Instagram and things like that. I will say, the way he came across to some people is very extreme. Some people weren't able really to take that criticism like that. But I can honestly say from the things that I've heard of him, it was like he really just wanted people to be better. He wanted people to take more accountability. And sometimes I know that's kind of hard to take accountability.
Yeah.
Because it's like, whoa, what you mean? Why you coming at me? Why you telling me this so direct? Sometimes we go around the truth instead of just, hitting them with the truth. And sometimes people can't take that. Or, it's just, it can come across as demeaning and some people didn't receive it as well. But ultimately, I thought what he was trying to do was just make us be better people, have better relationships. And, that's one of the things that I can tell you that I saw from the brother, and I appreciated from him that he did that, because I even learned some things from him. It made me, as far as wanting to be a high value man. I want to be a high value man, and the way he broke it down and different things like that, and things that I could be doing better. But yeah, man, I mean, it's unfortunate that it's sad, because to me, I believe 56 is still young, and I do believe that in the short span of time that he was here, he did make an impact. I mean, I want to say he made it up to 1 million something.
Oh yeah, he had roughly about 1.4 million subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
He had 1 million plus followers on Instagram.
Right.
He was well known, well respected, and of course with platforms like that, or with the following like that, I should say, of course you're going to have people who don't like your message.
Of course.
Especially like how you said, Mike, how when you hold people accountable, a lot of people aren't going to be really receptive of that.
Yeah.
So I get it. We get it. But the one thing I don't get is why a lot of people, and this is not all, because there were plenty of people who, of course, sympathized with his family and, heard the news that he might have passed away, but they weren't sure, so everybody was waiting for confirmation. Nobody wanted to believe it, but there were a ton of people on the internet. Mainly I saw it on Twitter, but there were a ton of people on the internet really relishing in this man's passing, really taking joy in this man's passing. I don't get it, man. Like, it's crazy because it's not like he went out there and physically harmed anybody or tried to take someone out. And, you guys are like, oh, well, he deserved it. But no, like, he held people accountable. And one thing that I've noticed, especially online, is that a lot of the people who were happy about his passing, those seem to be the type of people that he was talking about. Those seem to be the type of people he was speaking to on a consistent basis. The people who couldn't really handle having a mirror held up to them or having somebody from the outside looking in and telling them like, yo, something's a little bit off. You may need to fix it. Granted, of course, that's not really how he spoke. A lot of his messages, like you said, Mike, were very direct. But that doesn't take away from the fact that he has done a lot of good work here, especially within the last couple of years on social media. Yeah. Especially on YouTube.
No, I definitely agree. Like you say, everybody's not going to like you. People are going to find one thing no matter what about you that, hey, I don't like that. I don't like the way your color or something look. I don't like the way, you said this to me. And also, too, it's not about what you say. Sometimes it's about how you say it.
Right.
So I feel like even though his message was good, it was in the right way, maybe he just didn't convey it or say it to some people in a way that they were able to receive it. Because like you say, I mean, we all haven't been raised in the same way, so sometimes that directness can come across as, oh man, you being disrespectful to me. But no, it's just I'm giving it to you right how you need it. But, unfortunately, everybody doesn't receive it in that way. But, I mean, I hate to see the brother go so early. But maybe, look, we all, like B said, we all have a time. We all don't know that time. Hey, it's when God say, hey, it's time for you to go. It's time for you to go. And there's nothing you can really do. It's just about making the most of what you have now. Like, right now, this moment is most important in what you can do with it. So.
Right. So we're definitely not going to make this video long at all. We just wanted to kind of just speak to you guys for a second, just share our thoughts with you, let you know what we have taken away from this. And, if you've listened to us before, if you listened to our podcast episodes before, you know that we certainly like to talk a lot about mindset and speak a lot on how we can improve ourselves as individuals and ourselves as a community, right? Especially, like I said before, if you have this skin color or, if you're a part of this community here, we're all in the same boat. So we really need more two-parent households. We really need more, marriages, especially if you believe in marriage. I know it's not for everybody, I get it, but I want to see us flourish. I know Mike wants to see us flourish.
Most definitely.
Kevin definitely wanted to see us flourish. And, it's unfortunate that he has, passed away at such a young age, but we just gotta make sure that we look at what he's already said, what he's already, told people, how he spoke to people about certain things, and not just, of course, how he spoke to them, but what exactly was said, what the message was. And then we just gotta make sure that we apply it, especially if it's something that you agree with, right? Yep. Because again, we didn't agree with everything that he said, but a lot of what he said is certainly stuff that we agree on. So make sure you guys take care of yourselves, please. Fellas, I know a lot of us don't go to the doctor as often as we should. Go to the doctor. Get yourself looked at. Get yourself checked. Make sure that you stay on top of your health, please. All right? Let's get in the gym. Let's exercise. Let's try to be as physically fit or as healthy as we possibly can be. Watch what it is that we're putting in our bodies. And make sure we live life to the fullest. Women go to the doctor way more than we do.
Big fact.
So,
big fact.
Please. And not only that, but, make sure you tell the people around you that you love every single day that you love them as often as you can. Make sure that you let them know how you feel about them. Make sure you let them know that you love them, because tomorrow's never promised for anybody.
Yeah, and just condolences out to Kevin's family and everyone that was near and dear to him. Prayers out to them, and just pray for strength right now for them in this time. I know sometimes being on the internet, we could just look at it like, okay, this is just someone else passing, but no,
Right.
this is some people and family that are directly affected by his passing. So I just want to send prayers out to them, and people, man, give them their space as well that they need. So be mindful of the things that you post, because they do probably see those things. So just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, most definitely. So that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll catch y'all guys in another video.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
I need to really say this. I take no particular pride or pleasure in doing shows like this because I know it triggers certain black women. I know they do. I know some of them get pissed. I've heard women on YouTube saying things that they don't watch the show end to end. And I'm not going to, and that's not going to change anything, because there are far more women and far women who are listening. And who are the recipients? The women who listen end to end and are saying, well, you've changed my life. You've helped me look at this way or that way. Those women are benefiting. And guarantee when those women come into contact with men doing something, they all benefit. We're better off working with each other, trying to understand one another. None of us are perfect. Certainly not me. I ain't shit. I got a lot of problems. It's like anybody else. We all got issues. But just like Ice Cube, when the brother steps up to do something, support. Find ways to support. Even if you have an issue with something he's doing, can you find 4 or 5 things about it that you like before you start off with the one thing you don't like? Because you cannot keep painting black men in this ain't shit box. They don't all fit there. And brothers are starting to push back and say, no, 51% of us are single and childless and 64% in the middle class. They're here. Can you interact with them just in a peaceful, civil way? If you never get married and never have kids, can you have a higher quality of life? Can you just be happy? Can you stop walking through life with your hands up ready to fight the reflection of you, the opposite sex reflection of you? I don't walk through life looking at black women as though they're my enemy. And I would hope that for the black women who this applies, you stop walking through life assuming that black men are somebody to challenge, somebody to overcome, to struggle against. We don't need that.